Play anymore.
It's a bit like the worse it gets, the less material you have keeping you together, keeping you as one.
I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore.
Until eventually you kind of have nothing left and you just become weightless and float up and evaporate into oblivion.
I don't wanna play anymore.
And then you might think, oh, I should just completely enclose myself underground to stop from falling off the earth. But I don't think it's that simple.
Empty. Weightless. Drifting. Aimless.
Maybe you just need some time. Just a minute to unwind. What was that? I think he said I was trying to spend.
I had to take hold of myself and build a fortress to stop from falling off the earth. To stop from falling off the earth. Thanks. Hello, everybody. Welcome. How is everybody doing today? Oh, sorry, I might have been distorting then. How's everyone doing? Please let me know if there are any issues, as always, with the video or sound quality. It looks like it should be going well. Guys, we did it. We made it. My album is out in the world, and it feels fantastic. Round of applause for me and for us, because I wouldn't be here without you guys either. So thank you so much. Nintendolt, Alex Weiler, and Story, thank you so much for the subs. It's very generous and thankful. And, you know, maybe if you stick around to the end of the stream, there may be a benefit for you subs. Stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. Alias Falcon, thanks for the follow. Thanks everyone in the chat. Guys, it's a good time to be a music lover because I love music. My album's out. I love making music. I love listening to music. And seeing everyone giving me so much positive feedback and so much, you know, support when they're listening to the songs. People have been messaging me, giving me like the loveliest messages, telling me their favorite songs. And you know, it was a very emotional day yesterday, and it's been such a beautiful, beautiful couple of days. And wow, just like that, we've got a hype train going. Nolan Klutz and 2B Girls, thank you for the subs. We just hype trained up in here. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, if you haven't listened to the album, it's only been out for about, less than 24 hours. So it's fresh. And if you stick around right here, stick around in the stream, you'll be able to hear it with me. We do have some special stuff lined up coming up later. I mean, we'll probably go for at least an hour and a half. We've got some special stuff lined up in that time. Look, yeah, I just wanted to, of course, welcome you all. Thank you again. This is a really exciting time for me. So thank you so much for being here. And I think with that, we should just jump right into it, hey? Turner Rock, thanks for the follow. Let's go, yeah? Let's jump into the album. Actually, let me know if in the chat, have you had a chance to listen to any of it yet? If not, you will right now. You guys are so lovely. So I think, what we're going to do is we're going to watch the album on YouTube. I've got dedicated videos for every single song all lined up in a playlist on YouTube. And we're going to jump right into it. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to switch over to my laptop and we're going to bloody listen. How does that sound, guys? And in between each song, I'm going to, answer some questions that you guys have and, respond to the feedback that you lovely people are going to be giving me. So, yeah, let's just jump right into it, shall we? Thank you for being here. Let's go. Track 1, All That I Can Do. I really like this one. All right, let's go. Not loud enough?
There's something irresistible about pretending that we're miserable, because when everything is visible, it's how to be an individual. But is it socially acceptable for a petrified millennial to be completely unrelatable? Too much, 'cause lately I'm losing touch. But that's all that I can do. Yeah, that's all that I can do to catch me before I die. If I let myself fly too high, 'cause that's all that I can do. Yeah, that's all that I can do. We're sophisticated animals, revolutionary cannibals. Take a picture with it, then we'll let it burn down. Maybe we could do something original. Maybe we could be so unpredictable. Maybe if you believe in miracles, maybe I think too much, 'cause lately I'm losing touch. But that's all that I can do. Yeah, that's all that I can do
Track 1, there it was. Oh, little preview of track 2. There it was, guys. Track 1, and wow, what a eventful track it was. Story, what an absolute king, gifting 5 subs. Thank you so much. It's Jackson. Welcome back with the sub. Laffy Laszlo, thank you again. We're on Hype Train level 4. Let's go. Chobo ZZ, thank you for the sub. You guys are so kind and just so generous. Good to see that you guys are loving the song. That's one of my favorite ones from the album. Oh my gosh, Sramarakas, thank you for the sub. Wow. What'd you guys think? Did you guys like that track? That's one of the more energetic tracks. It is one of my favorites. But you know what's coming up next? You guys know it. You guys love it. It's track 2. Auto. You guys ready for this one? Thanks again, guys. Let's just keep going, yeah? Let's just keep the vibes high. Let's go. Track 2, Auto. Banger alert. Yes, we did it. We did track 2. Let's go back to oh my goodness gracious, another hype train. Let's go. Wow, you guys are so generous. Kuopa, welcome. Thanks for the follow. We've had some bits donated. Wow, I'm sorry I missed that. Hell yeah, dudes. Yeah, Auto is, in case you didn't know, that one came out in 2019. That was the first song that I came back with after, some pretty serious mental health struggles, some pretty serious identity crisis kind of vibes. So, that track means a lot to me, and the fact that it's become a bit of a favorite, a bit of a fan favorite, really makes my heart explode. So thank you so much. But you know, let's keep going, guys. We don't have all day. We've got an album to listen to. We've got a party to hype up. Yeah. You guys are so sweet. I mean, let me know what you're loving about the tracks, I guess. I mean, like I'd love to see what you guys think. I want to see what you guys are loving. What you guys are hating, you know? Do you guys hate the album? Let's find out. Let's keep it moving, guys. Next song on the agenda is track 3. Now, this one really does mean a lot to me because it's about, well, you know what? I'll shut up. You guys can sort of just have a listen for yourselves and tell me what you think it's about. This one does mean a lot. This one's called Tell Me the News. Track 3 on my new album. Let's go. Track 3, Tell Me the News. I love the chorus in that one. I really think that might be the best chorus on the album. Yeah, I really like that one. What'd you guys think? Yeah, Geronimo, that's the name of my cat. He is featured heavily in that video there, and in various other videos that you may have seen. But yeah, he's an absolute boss. It does not get cuter than that. Yeah, I mean, that song was actually inspired by my girlfriend. yeah. I mean, it's the most personal song on the album, and I want to leave it open for people to kind of decode the lyrics there and see what they pull out of it, because there's no point. It's too overly personal for me to indulge my own personal take on every aspect of the song. So I want you guys to hopefully pull something out of that song for yourself. And look, everyone makes mistakes on the internet, right? And everyone's frenemy has made them smoke a cigarette. But let's take a quick break. We're 3 tracks in. Before we jump into the next song, we actually have a special message. And I'm not lying when I say I haven't heard this. We have a special message from a really good old friend of mine.
Tommy.
Oh. Oh. This is a message. Let's jump over to the laptop screen. This is Nina Las Vegas, and I promise you I haven't watched this yet. I haven't watched this video yet. She sent me a special message, which is really, really sweet. And for those who don't know, Nina actually is responsible for my initial exposure to the music industry. She took me on my first ever tour when I released my first single. She took me around the country and put me in front of audiences way bigger than I was ever expecting to play in front of. She really threw me in the deep end, but it was my first exposure to the music industry, and this was back in 2013. Nina Las Vegas, she now has her own amazing record label that she releases music on all the time, and it's fantastic. If you don't know, give her a search. This is Nina Las Vegas, excellent friend of mine. Let's see what she has to say. I promise I haven't watched this yet. So you and I are enjoying this for the first time together. Let's go.
Tommy McTom Racer. It's here. After years and years and years, the album is finally here. And I am so happy it is out. I'm so happy it's truly you. And I'm so happy you took your time with it and made it exactly what you wanted. I really had this moment a couple of weeks ago watching the video of Look Up to Yourself, and just the joy in that clip is just so special, and I don't think people realize how important it is to really love what you do and be happy about it. And I saw it. It's so good. You deserve it all and more. I can't wait to see you at a club again. I'm in Melbourne now, so we can do that.
Oh.
And just really congratulate you in person. This is a mammoth effort, and you should be so proud. Lots of love, Webby.
Oh, Nina, thank you so much. You're going to make me cry on stream. Yes, my real name is Tom. Tommy McTom. That's on my birth certificate. Nina, thank you so much. I don't know if you're watching right now, but if you are, my love goes out to you, and thank you so much for such a beautiful message. It sounds like you've really understood, the effort that is required. I mean, of course you understand the effort and the love and the pure amount of yourself that goes into something like that. So Nina, thank you. And yes, I completely, we've been in COVID lockdown for so long that it completely went over my head that you're in Melbourne right now. We're both in the same city and we could be hanging out. And so I miss you and thank you so much. That was such a beautiful message. And we're just getting a bit sincere on the stream today. Wow. Feeling lots of love. Well, with that, let's move on with the next song, shall we? She mentioned actually this next song just then. I think that's a perfect little segue. The next song is Look Up to Yourself, track 4. Oopsie. And we're actually going to watch the music video for this one because, we have a music video. Thank you again, Nina. Let's power along. Actually, I'm going to make a promise that I'm going to, now that lockdown is finished here in Melbourne, we're going to hang out. You and I, let's do it. I'll be in touch very soon. So let's go back to the the pertinent task, which is listening to this album. Next up, we've got Look Up to Yourself. This is the music video, track 4 from my new album. Let's go.
Maybe there's a reason for the wasted time I've tried to hide behind a list of alibis, but I need a second pair of eyes to find out why I try to lie sometimes. Cause everybody's looking for something to believe in, but looks can be deceiving. You won't ever know how much everything was like if you give yourself up. Learn how to look up to yourself. And even when the going gets tough, we'll be looking up again soon enough. If you just look up to yourself, you won't ever know how much everything was like if you give yourself up. Learn how to look up to yourself. Maybe I'm the reason that I find myself dissatisfied with every aspect of my life, and I'm just waiting for the perfect time. Cause everybody's looking for something to believe in, but looks can be deceiving. You won't ever know how much everything was like if you give yourself up. Learn how to look up to yourself. And even when the going gets tough, we'll be looking up again soon enough. If you just look up to yourself, you won't ever know how much everything was like if you give yourself up. Learn how to look up to yourself. You won't ever know how much everything was like if you give yourself up. Learn how to look up to yourself. And even when the going gets tough, we'll be looking up again soon enough. If you just look up to yourself, you won't ever know how much everything was like if you give yourself up. Learn how to look up to yourself. And even when the going gets tough, we'll be looking up again soon enough. If you just look up to yourself, you won't ever
I love that one. That's definitely the catchiest song on the album, without a doubt. I'm really glad that people are resonating with that one too. Look Up to Yourself. Yeah, it's just like a, you know, on an album that a lot of the track listing, I mean, hopefully this makes sense now that the album is out in full. A lot of the track listing on the album is about how to overcome certain things that get in the way of you becoming the best, you know, the most grounded and healthiest version of yourself. And how do you, when those things get in your way, how do you deal with them? How do you overcome them? How do you make good of what happens when things are not good? And there's, you know, it's 11 tracks and like 10 of the songs are about that kind of, you know, there's that overarching theme. But this song really is just about, it's really just a reminder of positivity, in my opinion. Like it's like, yes, even though, you know, we have to spend time focusing on this negative energy and how to deal with it. And, you know, there's a lot of like uncertainty and questioning involved in that process. And how do you navigate that? And like, you know, sometimes you really just need to take a few minutes to just like remind yourself that you're doing great. You know what I mean? And you are the best. Like, you're doing the best you possibly can, and that's awesome. And it should be celebrated. So that is kind of why, that's why I made this song a single, and I hope that message is reflected in the way that the song is produced. It's a fun song, and we all deserve respect. We all deserve to show our self-respect. And I hope that this song kind of reminds people of that. So that's that one. And it seems like that message has really stuck with people. I mean, I've had a lot of messages from people since that song came out, a couple of months ago. A lot of people saying that they really felt that message and that it was really important to them. So I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you. Look Up to Yourself is track 4 on my new song, my new album. My new album, To Stop From Falling Off the Earth. By the way, if you type the chat command listed there, the exclamation mark album, if you type that in the chat, it'll link you to where you can listen and save the album. I'll do it right now. Like that link there, you can listen and save the album on any platform you choose. There is also a link to purchase the vinyl if you want to have a physical copy there. And if you do buy that, you can get merch. There's some t-shirts, there's some socks, there's a vinyl slip mat, there's stickers, there's guitar picks. I'll kind of, maybe when we finish listening to the album, I'll take you through all the items that are available and show you guys what there is there. But yeah, you can order the album that way. I actually do have a copy of the vinyl, which maybe during one of the breaks I'll go grab that and I'll show it to you. I can show you what it actually looks like. That was such an exciting moment when that record came in the mail. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, you have it on order and you can't wait. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you so much for ordering it. Yeah, I'll to whet the appetite, I will show you what it actually looks like. Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should leave the surprise. Let me know in the chat if you've ordered a vinyl. Do you want me to spoil it for you now by showing you how it looks, or do you want that moment for yourself? Because that's a sacred moment. We're getting some votes for show it. Oh, you want to see it? You want to see it? All right. You know what? During the next song, I will go grab it, and we can take a look. I don't think it'll ruin the magic. I think it'll still be incredibly fun when it arrives for you, because there's really nothing. It's a very different experience to holding it in your hands, All right, I'll go grab it for you guys. Next up on the track list of my album is track 5. This is a song that you may have heard already if you've been listening to the singles that came out. It's called What Are We Waiting For? It's the only instrumental track on the album. Yeah, so here we go then. I love this song. I think it's I really love the textures that I was able to create with this one. So yeah, the only one that doesn't have lyrics. And it seems, this one has been surprisingly popular too, which is really, really nice. I guess people like to sort of just relish in the production and textures of it, which is good because, that stuff is so important with music. Hopefully the textures give you a sense of emotion without actually telling you what that emotion is supposed to be. Anyway, I'll stop talking, I'll stop rambling, and let's listen to the song. This is track 5, What Are We Waiting For? I'll be back in a moment. Enjoy. There it is. What are we waiting for? Oopsie. Let's not. Oh, Jesus Christ. There it is. What are we waiting for? Track 5 on my new album. And as by popular demand, it's your first time hearing this. Well, I hope you like. Walk One says, instrumentals from mainly vocal albums are always my favorite. Lost My Head by the 1975. I Got So Much to Tell You by Nightly, kind of instrumental. Oh, I haven't heard that second one, but yes, Lost My Head's great. Waiting for the Vinyl. Yeah, so the rhythm in that song is like, it's kind of, you know, it's inspired by like, obviously a two-step kind of garagey, swung out, fast rhythm. I find that to be a very like evocative rhythm for some reason. What made me want to write this without lyrics? Was this meant to be an interlude? I suppose it kind of was meant to be an interlude. I mean, yeah, I actually did. To be honest, there was a time where I was trying to add lyrics to it, but I could never make it work. And then at the end of the day, I decided that I was making the song worse by trying to add vocals to it. I think, you know, there was so much going on texturally in the song that it really didn't need more. And I think in the context of, because, you know, I was well into producing my album by this time, and I think contextually knowing that I was making an album, I was like, this song would serve as a nice like break from all the poppy vocal tracks. And I think I deliberately wanted to have something in that broader body of work that kind of you know, that kind of was a bit of an outlier. I didn't want too much, you know, when you're thinking about an album, you don't want it to be too repetitive. And also, I mean, it would be disingenuous for me to not put a song on there if I thought it was good. I think that this song is really reflective of like the kind of production that I used to make, but it's developed and grown and evolved into, you know, with my new techniques and all the things I've learned, and, you know, so it felt right putting it on there. Now, you guys want to see the vinyl? All right, here it is. There it is. Now, that's the front cover. That's not really the exciting part. The exciting part is everything else. This is the back cover. It may be kind of, I mean, obviously I know we're kind of watching in a small window, but you know, that's the back cover there. All the track listing plus beautiful details. This art direction for this album was designed by Connor from I'm Not Very Chill. Absolutely amazing designer and art director that works so beautifully and quickly and just like collaboratively with me. Here's the line, like the inside notes. So this is the full lyric transcript for every song. Obviously you can't read, it's too small to read on the stream, but every song transcribed, all the lyrics, and then there's a little credits section in the bottom right as well. So that just kind of lists all the various personnel involved on creating and producing the album. And then the album itself, the disc, comes in this beautiful sleeve, which has some special little photography and design work on both sides. You know, let's get a closer look. That one there, the other side. Again, this is all designed by Connor. And then here we have the piece de resistance, the blue vinyl. And he is very blue. When I tell you he's blue, I mean it. He's blue. Side A here. You can see the inner circle design there. Side B. Yeah. This one hasn't actually been played yet. So maybe I should probably give it a listen. I mean, I've heard the album enough times, but that's it, guys. That's the vinyl package. Obviously, it's much better to hold it in your hands in person. Yeah, it's like a nice like blue raspberry flavored cookie or something. I don't know. Oh. I only have 2 copies of this, by the way, so that's, you know, I'm trying to be careful with it. It's very blue. Yeah, thank you guys. Now, we actually have something very special coming up after the next song. We have a special guest, which is very exciting. We have a special guest coming up. He's going to call... Oh, they are going to call in. And we're going to have a chat, but I won't give it away. If it's not after this song, it'll be after the next song. We're just trying to, we're working on... This is live broadcast here, people. We've got to be flexible. But yeah, this is... We'll see if they're available. But let's, in the meantime, let's move on to the next song. Actually, I have to sneeze. Sorry, I'm allergic to running off schedule. This is live TV, guys. This is... I might have to go to the bathroom because I've been drinking a lot of water. Would you guys mind at all if, you know what? I'll go to the bathroom while the song plays. Let's move on to the next track. The next track, as you already know this one, it's Left Behind. It's the first, apart from Auto, it's the first song that came out from the album's track list. And this one is really, actually, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. This one is the first one that I sort of, when I was endeavoring to put my own voice on songs, this is kind of the first completed song that actually happened to make sense with. Like, I actually accepted, like, oh yeah, this is actually the song. Because prior to to explain what I mean, prior to that, I was putting my voice on songs, but it was like, I was like, oh, someone else will end up singing this later. Like, it's not going to be the final. Surely I'm not going to put my own stupid voice on a song. But then when I made this song, I was like, oh wait, it can't really be anyone else. And I decided that the vocals that I was recording for this were actually going to be my voice. And that was kind of a big stepping stone in terms of realizing the production and the direction of the album. So this song means a lot in that regard. But here we go. This is Left Behind, track 6 on my new album. I'm going to go pee while it plays, but enjoy. Back in a moment.
Time heals wounds, but I don't have the time to lose. 'Cause I thought this was just the start. Before you, it's over.
And now I'm running out of ways to make a wrong turn right. So maybe I'll just sleep all day and stay inside. Is it April or December? It's getting harder to remember. Cause you cut me open, tore me up, and you left me broken. Yeah, you kicked me out, took me down 6 feet underground. I'm trying to get back all the pieces on my mind that I left behind. Hit the lights, I'm trying hard to breathe tonight, but something in the air has changed. Something's different. 'Cause you cut me open, tore me up, and you left me broken. Yeah, you kicked me out, took me down 6 feet underground. I'm trying to get back all the pieces on my mind that I left behind. I left behind.
broken. He kicked me out, took me down 6 feet underground. I'm trying to get back all the pieces of my mind that I left behind.
Left Behind. Oh, Left Behind. There it is. You guys like that one? You guys thought it had dark lyrics and a happy sound. That's pretty accurate. That's kind of that's a lot of the time that's the inspiration. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just sort of bear with me while I try to work out this special guest situation. I might have to throw you on an ad break for a minute. But yes, I'm gonna throw to a 2-minute ad break, and we're gonna come back with a very special guest. So I'll see you momentarily. Hey everybody, we are back. How was the ad break? I hope you enjoyed it. I mentioned we did have a special guest coming on the show right now, so it's my absolute pleasure to introduce the man himself. What's So Not? Say hi to What's So Not, everyone. Here he is.
What's up, guys? How is everyone?
Yeah, the chat is here. They're saying hello. They're very happy to see you. So thanks for calling in, man. And I've like you.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, you've been absolutely super duper like supportive of everything recently of mine, like with all the new music and you know, I just wanted to say thank you for that, and I just wanted to like, you know, get your thoughts on how you see like how you feel music is going right now with, you know, everything that's going on in the world, and I want you to tell me what you've been up to and yeah, what's going on in your life, man.
Oh, hell yeah, man. That's so good. Yeah, dude, I think I hit you up like when I was back in Australia because I was stuck there for like 2 years, like a lot of people were.
Yeah.
And then I heard a song on the radio and I was like, this has to be Wave Racer. And then, of course, it was you. And not only that, it was kind of like, I think I hit you up about it. I was like, oh, this is like, oh, God, a fucking helicopter right now.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Hang on, I'll flatter you as I show you the view.
Yeah, here we go.
So I'm just here. It's actually a beautiful sunset, as you can see.
Oh,
here.
Look at that. This is Chris is live from LA right now. So
I've got to be very careful because there's a vicious beehive in the floor of this deck, and I'm not allowed out here. But it's worth it to show you guys the view.
Whoa!
And and the beehive is just in the floor of the deck there. It's a bit mental.
That's fucking crazy.
They come out.
Have you been stung?
No, but like I'll come out here like sometimes. You know, you have like I'll shave, right? And I've got all my hair on my towel and I'll like shake it over the deck.
Yeah.
And just me like shaking a towel, they freak out. They think it's like a bird coming to swoop and like try and kill the queen.
Oh my!
I'm going to go inside.
I don't want you to get hurt.
But yeah, dude, I was in Perth and I heard this song. I was like, that could only be Wave Racer. Sure enough, it was. And I think I hit you up because I was like, this is just a perfect production.
Oh.
Like, there was not a single sound out of place. There was not a single snare drum, percussion hit, everything. I was like, oh, he's done so well. And the changes were like quite intricate and clever. And not just your typical progressions. It was so cool to hear, man. And I was just stoked. Like, when good people and friends do something so exceptional, it just makes me so happy, man.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I think that was in reference to the song we just heard, which was Left Behind. So yeah, that made a lot. I loved getting that message from you, and it was it felt very validating because, you know, this is the first time that I've put my voice on my songs, and the first time I've like written lyrical content and sort of like putting more of myself on the songs than ever before, and to get, you know, the kind of validation and positive feedback on it all is just like super redeeming for me and validating. So
hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is this your first album?
It is. It's my first ever album. Yeah.
How fucking hectic is it? I remember like when I did my first album, the day of release, I almost collapsed just from Like we were doing this. We were at Santa Monica Beach. We had this like non-powered speaker company that was like, we're just going to go to the beach and play your album and invite like 200 fans. And like I almost collapsed because I was just overwhelmed and exhausted. It's a lot. And I'm sure you know, and you've been telling people, like you spend years hiding away, tweaking, tinkering until it just feels just right. And even then you're probably still not satisfied, but it's time to send it off and it's got to go. And then it's just out there for judgment.
Absolutely, man. Like this has been, I mean, I've been doing this like music full time for like 8 years, since like 2013. Just slightly less than probably what you've been doing it for a few years longer than me. But I think it's kind of like the first album you make is like, that's your entire career up until that point condensed into one thing. It's 8 years of learning, of like developing and like all those ideas that have, been in my head for that whole time, even before I knew that I was going to make an album, are all kind of put in this album. So I think there's something special about the first album. And like you said, it's a huge, like, it feels like a huge relief to have it out, but it also just feels, it's like, it's a lot of emotion associated with hearing what people have to say and hearing people listen to it. And, even just getting, like, my parents heard it and they were like overwhelmed with emotion. And I was like, oh, come on guys. Like, how do you think I feel? Like, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's an incredible feeling and I'm very thankful. But tell everyone what you've been up to. You just put a song out, didn't you?
I did. I just put one out yesterday. Yes, yesterday. It was Messing Me Up with Evan Gia, and I worked on it with Martin from Churches.
Nice.
And it was one of the more difficult songs I've ever had to complete. One of those ones where you adjust one layer by 1 dB, and then suddenly the whole mix feels out, and everything feels empty and back, and something's too loud. And it was a brutal record to finish, but I loved it so much, and I knew it was going to be something magic if I could pull it off. And it's more of like a brooding orchestral, progressive, triumphant sort of synth and percussion and vocal piece, rather than like a festival banger, so to speak. I think it will be one that'd be fantastic to do on a big tour where I'm performing with synths and live performers and things like that. I'm very excited for that, and drums and all of that.
I had to listen to it. Man. It's like you said, it's sounding great. It's so beefy sounding. Like it has a thickness to it, which is great. I loved it. But that's awesome.
Everything I've been doing lately, I've been trying to say, but how would Noisier produce this?
Yeah, well, they would make everything very loud and very clean. But they're masterminds. I don't even there's at a certain point in making electronic production, I just have to concede that I'm never gonna the loudness war has been won. I don't even want to play that game anymore.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I've even with these records I've even started not compressing them to even DJable level, and then just getting people to do really cool remixes.
Yeah.
Because it's certain songs I want to be for the club, but then certain ones I'm like, that's not that vibe, so I don't want to overcook it. I want someone to be able to sample this and it sounds beautiful, rather than not touch it because it's so maxed already. You know what I mean by that?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then it's context. Like you said, certain things you need to have super smashed to play in a club or a massive PA and set the club on fire. But then sometimes you're not listening in that environment, and and then squashing it that much is going to make it sound worse in a way. It's really context, and it depends on what the song is. Sometimes if you're trying to make a song that has delicate dynamic moments, then you need to account for that. But there's a habit that I think a lot of electronic producers have of they get very caught up about worrying if their song is as loud as Skrillex or something, and it's don't worry too much about that. Make the song good first.
I'm not sure what city he's from, but I think he's Australian. James.
Yeah. I think he's from Sydney.
Yeah.
Or Brisbane,
his
maybe.
His stuff is not squash mix, but the songs are so good.
Yeah. No,
I'll play them in a set and I just crank the gain, and then it reminds me oh yeah, you can just do that. You can just crank the gain a bit and it's a vibe.
Yeah, I've worked with people and met with people who are I love this song that I'm making, but I can't get it loud enough or compressed enough. And I'm well, so what? Don't worry about that. Just make it good. Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously mixing is important, but you know, some perspective.
Oh man, if we want to go down this wormhole, I'm with you. I could talk about this for like days.
Oh, same. I love talking technical shit. I mean, hopefully we're not boring. Hopefully we're not boring the audience. But I mean, I think everyone is along for the ride, no matter where we go. But
I mean, the thing I discovered with like, if you want it to be big and loud, it's about reduction and dynamic. That simple. Transients and making sure your sub level is a constant no matter what note's hitting.
Yeah.
Because it tapers off as it gets lower.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got phasing issues. Make sure transients and kicks are punching really hard, and that's all to do with either really good side chaining, drawing in your side chaining, or working out your phasing issues. And then sometimes things are just accidentals that have character and sound really good that sort of defeat all the rules.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes some of the most important sounds don't obey those rules, and you just have to go with it and like just let it be as dynamic as it is, or you know, because sometimes if you touch something, it's going to ruin it, and you just got to not let that.
Another
be
thing is sometimes you write something in a key, and it's like, well, that's not a good key to be a bassy banger. So like, don't try and make it that, because it's just. If you're in like C sharp or D or
the
B,
bass, like 808s are just going to be like really ringy and weird. Yeah,
it's like you got to be way more clever if you want to do it, because it's just not really going to happen.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
You need like a fifth or a seventh on your sub.
Yeah,
or you need to have like it pulsing and hitting and punching rather than just being sustained.
Or just a different type of bass synth or something, like, you know, sometimes it's context, and you know, there's sometimes you gotta just forget the rules, throw them in the bin, which I think that's something we both understand and value. But yeah, thanks so much, man, for calling in. I mean, I'll let you enjoy your evening. I know it's like evening time over there in America, so it's
oh dude, it's all good.
Yeah, it's 12 p.m. here in Melbourne, and we're just getting the day started. But yeah, my album came out yesterday, and I'm not sure if you've had a chance to listen in full, but I was
going to say I haven't yet. I wanted to before this, but then I was at the doctor. I had ear appointment.
Tell the people what's wrong with your ears. What's going on there?
Well, this is important for any musician. I surf, right? So I have exotosis. So there's bones growing inwards, slowly sealing my ears until I can no longer hear. And then I'll have to get my ears drilled as an operation. Jesus. So I'm keeping my eye on that. But in the meantime, I keep getting issues with them just from getting water in there and wax buildup and whatever. Turns out I have eczema in my ears right now.
Whoa.
So they've been like weeping in my sleep and getting very blocked. It's been kind of infuriating.
Dude, that's crazy.
I'm glad. I just went and got like some cream, and I'm just going to put the cream in every day, and it's going to make it better. So it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know eczema of the ears was a thing. I have eczema.
Neither did I.
Yeah,
Neither did I.
I get eczema on my like hands and stuff, but I've never heard about it in the ears. But that being said, I do get, because I think from lots of headphone usage or something, my ear canals get really like filled with wax often, and it is so infuriating. It makes me want to die. I just like, the one thing that I need to have is like clear hearing, and when anything gets in the way of that, I just like, I can't work, I can't like communicate, I have to just get it sorted out. I just lie on the couch until it goes away. But yeah,
dude, it's the worst when you're touring and you're like, I don't have a specialist, I can't see someone.
Yeah.
Like, I have a whole kit to sort this myself, which you're not really meant to do, but like, I don't have an option.
Yeah, you got it. It's your job. I mean, yeah, you don't really have a choice. I always have a fear that I'm going to like rupture my eardrum or something if I do a bad job. Like, that's
very may well.
Yeah, that's scary. That's the scary thing, because if I do that, then I'm really fucked up, you know, like, But yeah, so I'm always careful. But yeah, thanks again, man. Really good to talk to you. Really good to see you're doing well. And hopefully we'll be in the same country sometime soon. Maybe next year I'll be making my way to the States, or maybe you'll come back to Australia.
Yeah, I'm coming back for like a bunch of shows. Ability Fest. Are you going to be around for Ability Fest?
Oh, when's that happening?
It's in like a month, exactly a month.
Oh, sweet. Well,
it's in Melbourne.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah. I mean, I have shows in December in Sydney and Melbourne, so I'll be either there or in Sydney, but we'll see. I mean, I'm coming back because it looks like everything's opened up. I had a whole New Year's run planned. So we're just going to come back and do whatever's possible, which is so exciting because I wasn't even sure that was going to happen. Yeah, it's only just like, we're only just getting into the into the point where we can actually confirm that things are happening again, which is good. But yeah, man, that's exciting. I mean, I know it's a different story in America. Like you guys are pumping away with the shows and like doing all kinds of fun stuff over there with festivals.
It's kind of weird here too,
Yeah.
man. It's like there a lot happened very quickly, and then it started to slow up a bit. Like people just they're not confident in going out just yet. They're sort of getting used to it again, or they're not fully there yet. So it's still a bit of weirdness, which is probably Australia's probably going to come back bursting and then taper off, and then it'll start to like normalize again.
Yeah.
I think what really needs to come back, man, is clubs have got to come back, because club culture is so important with new music, new concepts, new genres, new exciting things. And it's been so difficult and damaging through this pandemic for that culture.
Yeah.
And I think it really needs to come back, and everyone's got to go in and support it. I'm hoping to just, when I'm in Australia, like coming and just doing little shows at cool places and
do some club shows. The other thing,
man.
The other thing is that like a lot of those venues are closing and like they're gone now, which is crazy. Which is, and I mean that's besides the pandemic, that was already happening. But like, I mean, you got to even like you said, for boosting that culture and the genre and the cultivating the creativity with that's super important. But then also supporting the businesses that like run those places and keeping the actual the commerce sector in that zone alive, like allowing that to even be a possibility is important too.
Clubs are everything.
They are, but that's it. Yeah, I think the people are wanting me to continue with my album now. We're about halfway through, so we're going to listen to the rest of it.
Man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dude, I'm just gonna chime in because I haven't had a chance to listen to the whole thing yet.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, well, you can listen to the second half.
Privately go on.
You can, well, feel free to join the chat. Everyone would love to chat with you, I'm sure.
Send me a link, hug it.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting. I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks again for joining us.
Thanks, brother.
See you later, man.
Great to see you all.
Yeah.
See you soon in Australia. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, man. See you. Bye. Wow. Special guest. What's So Not? That was awesome. Can we please have a round of applause for Chris Emerson? What's So Not? Absolute legend. How was that for you guys? Could you hear him loud and clear? Was that nice? It is so difficult organizing like live broadcast plus call-ins plus chat plus moderating the chat. Sorry if my eyes were not on the chat during that call because I had to, obviously I was busy. But huge thanks to What's So Not for joining. And with that, we're going to continue on with the album now. We have a lot to get through. What is next on the album? The next track is Money, and we have a music video for that one, which I'm going to play right now. This is a crazy music video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I haven't really like publicly posted this video yet, but it's crazy. So let's go. This is track 7, Money. Let's go.
I need to give this up. 'Cause they're gonna call my bluff. So before it comes undone,
that's money. What do you guys think of the video? It's funny as hell. Someone asked, how did I hurt my eye in the video? That's, yeah, I can't give everything away. You gotta, we're building a backstory here. We're building a, there's got to be some development, something left to the imagination. Yeah, shout out to Godspeed Digital. They made the video. Amazing. We only had like 3 weeks to do this, and not very much like resources or money, and we were in lockdown and everything. So huge. We basically just did like Discord calls back and forth like every week. Like we used Unreal, and we had some animators that were using Unreal Engine, like a game engine, to like build the character models and the environments and the set pieces, and yeah, like it came out great. I reckon it came out really cool. Like it looks like me. It's kind of freaky. Yeah, so huge shout out to Godspeed Digital. Look them up. They helped me bring this video to life. But next up, we got to keep things moving because we got lots more to get through. Now that's the highest energy that the album goes, I think. Well, actually, maybe not. But what we're doing now is we're going down in energy a little. This is the mellow moment, guys. Take a breather. Drink some water. Relax for a couple of minutes, okay? Like, we just need to take a breather. We're up to track 8. This song is called Better Than This.
Maybe he just needs some time, just a minute to unwind. Maybe he'll be fine, but he could be better. Maybe he'll just take a while. Maybe try a change of style. I've tried enough, he said. I wish I was clever, more clever than this. Maybe he just needs some time, just a minute to unwind. Maybe he'll be fine, but he could be better than this. Maybe he'll just take a while. Maybe try a change of style. I've tried enough, he said. I wish I was clever, more clever than this.
We're not going to get to hear the transition. Yes, it transitions cleanly if you listen in sequence into the next song. But unfortunately, YouTube doesn't really allow for that. So listen on Spotify and you can get that beautiful transition, or listen on vinyl or any other goddamn service. Sorry. But yes, that's the mellow moment, guys. Better than this. I really like that one. I think it's like the colors and tones. I'm really proud of like how those colors and tones came together. You know, like it's highly synthetic, but it's also feels very naturalistic. And you know, it feels very cozy and like up close, but also very artificial. And you know, I used a lot of the Arturia like virtual instruments to create that one. I just was like really getting in a deep sound design session with all these cool like Arturia synths and like virtual instrument, like the VSTs that they have. And yeah, like super duper awesome textures and colors and tones came out of there. And you know, this song came together really pretty quickly. Like this was probably one of the quicker songs to write. Sex Me asks, what was it that made you fall into a deep depression, if you don't mind us asking? I mean, I've spoken about it in interviews and stuff. It wasn't like one specific thing. It was just like a lot of cumulative disruptions and things in my life that separated me from a grounding in my life. Like became distant from friends, became distant, you know, part of that is, you know, what I did for a job for like 3 years was like touring nonstop, lost close contact with like close friendships and didn't feel grounded or stabilized anywhere. And then combine that with the fact that I like moved cities. Shortly after that, I had a relationship breakdown, and then like I was feeling as a result just extremely like isolated. And part of this album is like describing the process of not only how I came out of that, but even just how I discovered that I was in that in the first place. Because sometimes you don't even know that that's what's happening to you. You just feel bad and you don't know why. So, you know, a lot of it is about self-awareness as well. So yeah, I guess this song is pretty pertinent to that topic and that theme too. But yeah, like, we do have another special guest coming up. After this next song, we're going to make another call to a very close friend of mine. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, we're up to track 9, which is Dreaming. So let's play that one right the hell now. Track 9 off my new album. This is Dreaming.
I've been dreaming about you again. It gets as hard and as cold as cement before it suddenly ends. I'm still trying to get you out of my head, but I keep playing back the things that you said. I know about your new boyfriend. Yeah, it seems like a 10. Flick the switch. I close my eyes for a bit. You strike the weakness in my will to resist. Then there's the taste of your lips when it hits, when it hits, when it hits, when it hits, when it hits. Oh, what I miss isn't meant to exist. It's surreptitious, so malicious, rumination persists. Why
Dreaming, track 9. Yeah, that's definitely a favorite as well. I reckon that might be the catchiest one. Even though I said Look Up to Yourself was the catchiest one, I reckon this is pretty equal and up there in terms of catchy. You guys are loving that one. Thank you. I feel the same way. Now we do have another guest on the way. I'm just figuring out the best way to introduce. You know what? Why don't we just go ahead? Get him on the line. What do you guys reckon? What are the guesses in the chat? Who's the guest? Who's it gonna be? All right. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and call him. Let's go. Guys, welcome to the stream. Cosmos Midnight. Well, Patrick from Cosmos Midnight at the very least. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
No, thanks for having me. I'm humbled to be on the release stream. Congrats. It's finally out.
Yeah, thank you.
What are we up to on the, what track we just listened to?
We just listened to track 9, Dreaming, which is, we're about we've only got a couple of songs, 3 songs left. 2 songs left, actually. Yeah, it's been fun. We had a chat with What's So Not earlier. He joined us from LA. Yeah, he called in. It was great.
American boy now.
Yeah, he's a full-on American expatriate.
Yeah, he's been busy.
Yeah.
He's been very busy while we've all just been so very alone in Australia.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, tell us what you've been up to in the past year / months. What's going on?
Well, me and my brother, we spent all of last
Your brother
year writing
is
my brother is Cosmo. We spent all of
just to clarify
last year. Yeah, we're twins. I'm Pat. My brother is Cosmo. For those who don't know,
Cosmos Midnight, the ultimate twin duo of Cosmo and Patrick, who we're talking to right now.
Probably the most popular Sydney-based twin DJs.
I
don't know of any others. So
they're in the top 5 twin electronic duos of New South Wales. Yeah. Top 5.
It's like how to win a race is to just be the only person in it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we've basically we spent all of 2020 like writing our second album, and I guess at the start of every album process, you got to go through like the mini existential crisis where you go like, what do I even want to do with my life or music? Get that out of the way, write the album, get really psyched up to tour it, and then release the album and then not tour it because of COVID, which was a massive that was a big disappointment, to be honest. Like, because we really were excited. I feel like when you write an album, you spend a lot of the time kind of romanticizing like playing it in front of people and like seeing how they react to it. So that was a bit of a shame, but I guess it's just like you have to just roll with the punches.
Yeah. So
like,
did you end up getting any shows where you were able to play music from that album?
We did. We got one show in Sydney.
That's
where
right.
We did 2 like a matinee and like an evening show at the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah. Which
was obviously like a massive bucket list gig. So we're super thankful to like gotten that opportunity, and it was like an all-time show. It was incredible. But we were like kind of feeling like that was like going to be the beginning of like a new chapter where we'd be like touring a whole bunch and COVID would be behind us. And then that kind of didn't happen. So all we did was end up we played Yours and Ours like early this year, and like one in Adelaide. And I think that was it.
Yeah. Well,
so
were you able to play like, like you were playing a bunch of new music from the new album, right? Like, were you able to get like any gauge of like the response to that? I mean, it's difficult because, the album hadn't been out for that long when you did those shows, and like, people maybe didn't know the songs as well as your old ones or something.
Yeah, I feel like the new ones definitely were like, I don't think they had their time yet to really like sink in. Like people were definitely appreciating them, but like I feel like for like that show, a lot of people came for like our older releases.
Yeah.
But that said, we had put out like a few singles over like 2019, 2020, like the Rule collab and like Yesteryear and have it all. Like if we had a sprinkling of singles that
Oh yeah. Well,
fought
some of those
really
were
well.
really big too. Like they were good, like really like popular singles.
That was lucky because like that meant that we could like have momentum going into that off the back of the album release. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's just like I guess you just do the album and then we were really happy with it, and now we've already moved on. And we're like looking into album 3.
Yeah.
So,
That's it, man. Like you
yeah,
just got to keep on moving.
keep moving.
There's
Yeah.
no point relishing in the
Yeah, you can't like let it beat you up. You just got to like
Yeah.
keep your head up or keep your head down and just keep working away.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like you've released your album at hopefully the perfect time.
It does feel like
Where
that.
it does feel like things are opening up again, and you've got like this beautiful live show that you've been curating for probably over 6 months now. Well, over
More.
6 months considering you did the Paul Robinson live
Yeah.
stream as well as another live stream.
Well,
think.
I did a
Remember.
couple. I did, yeah. I mean, I also did Falls Festival at the beginning, right before the pandemic.
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah.
was like my first time doing that. That was like the debut of it. But then I didn't do any like live vocals. It was like me testing the waters kind of. And then I was lucky enough to do, Secret Sky in March this year, which is like over a year after Falls. And now I'm doing, it's like that was in March or April, sorry. So like now we're talking like 7 months later, 8 months later, I'm doing my next show in December. So it's like I have to, but also not only that, but I've had an album come out since then. So now I have to figure out how to do this whole new set list with this new album material with the band that I haven't played with for like 9 months. And it's a lot of...
So for those who don't know, we actually share like a bandmate.
Yeah.
Tommy's guitarist / bassist.
Yeah.
His name's Timmy. He plays in our band as well as like a guitarist. Only,
Timmy Temple.
but,
He plays bass in my band and he plays guitar in their band.
Yeah, if you guys know that like insane like the M1 slap bass solo
In Flash Drive. Yeah.
in Flash Drive, that's like I was like, there's no way that's going to work live. It's just too chaotic.
Yeah.
But then like Timmy is just like he's there. I watched the live stream and he's just going wild like.
Yeah, he did it. He smashed it.
He did it note for note. He did the solo.
He really did.
So there you go. Like Tommy didn't program an impossible solo. It was legitimately.
Yeah, he made it happen. He's a very talented musician. He has his own musical I think he just released another song actually. Timmy Temple.
Yeah.
If you guys want to go check that out.
Yeah.
But he's been touring with you for a lot longer than me because obviously you were doing mad tours before I had like even thought of the live show. But I'm also trying to figure out a version of my show that's just me. Like I want to have a one man version as well.
Yeah, you do want to like. I feel like what you could do for your one man show is literally like vocals are like probably what people connect to most.
Yeah.
So I feel like you just hop on the mic and just like
And
get
play
super
guitar.
performative with it and play guitar. Yeah, because like I feel like the guitar solos and like, probably I feel like the keys are good, but I legit think no one cares about watching someone play keys unless they're doing like a full-on like ballad or something.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a keyboard player, so there's really no point in me like playing 3-finger
Keyboards
chords.
are for
like...
dweebs. I'm a keyboard player.
Yeah.
I play keys when we play live, and I don't feel cool doing it. You can't like get up and walk around playing keys.
Yeah, not unless you have a keytar thing, which is lame as hell.
Yeah, and when you bop playing keys, like while you're standing up, it just feels a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get a bit self-conscious.
I would probably like just forfeit that entire thing and I would have all the keys parts played on the backing track. And then I would just have myself on guitar and vocals. And then, I would like to have a version where I have a live drummer with me, but then, I also want to have a version where it's just me. So, there's lots of things you can do, but at the end of the day,
it's a good guitar.
Yeah. It's just too, for those in the chat who don't know, touring is so expensive and like prohibitively difficult.
Very expensive.
It's like for someone who doesn't make that much money, putting together a live show with a band is almost impossible. Not only that, but then it's
especially in Australia.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the touring industry in America is a lot more competitive. So it's like pricing stuff out is like once you're over there, it becomes honestly not too bad to tour in America.
Well, it's a different story here.
Very different story. You have to fly to every city in Australia because they're too far apart. In like America, I feel like you can almost RV.
You can hop in a van.
Like if you're doing, you can hop in a van and just go like West Coast and hit every city on the way.
Yeah, and then you could do like 15 shows just on the West Coast and in an RV. Yeah.
Speaking of you touring America, like I remember like just watching you're like back in 2015, just like the envy. It's like Cash Me Cat and like Tommy play at like Flash DC or something, and I'm like
Yeah.
just at home like watching from the sidelines. I want to go to America
You know what was
so bad.
the worst about that is when I had you as my American tour supports back in like 2015 or something.
Oh my god!
And then and then
yes.
your visas got cancelled, so you couldn't come. That
I was so excited to do that. We are gonna play like South by Southwest for the first time.
That was
We never got to go to
absolutely
America.
the absolute betrayal of the US border security was like.
And you guys know why our visas got declined is because when we were fresh 18, like we were walking home from the cinemas and we like cut through a school to like get to my friend's house, and then we saw like an open window on top of one of the roofs. So we're like, oh, like we're just being dumb. And we like climbed in, and we saw that we were like in their cafeteria, and there was just like food everywhere. So we started like eating it, and like Cos went into the fridge and got like a can of Coke and drank it. And then like the security guard came in and like locked the window and locked all the doors,
Oh my god.
and then like called the police on us.
Yeah.
And then we got arrested.
It's so funny.
Um,
You got arrested
and
over
then-
Cos stealing a can of Coke.
Yeah, and then the reason why we couldn't go to America is because Cos got like done for stealing a can of Coke.
Yeah.
And then we went to do our visa interviews, and they like, yeah, we were really dumb, and we were like, yeah, we got arrested for stealing a can of Coke, and like, oh, we can't have you in America.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't appreciate Coke thievery in
Yeah.
America, so
I don't
Not
know.
happening.
Some of this chat may not realize that how like if you're an Australian citizen, you have to have a visa to come to America and do work. So anyone like anytime you want to go on a tour and do a show in the States, you have to go through this laborious process of an expensive process of paying for a visa, and like you have to go to the American consulate and like have an interview and fill out all these forms, and like
it takes months. It takes months.
It takes months, and they could easily at any moment's notice just decline your thing, which is
Yeah,
exactly what happened to Cos and Pat. So they went through this process and they're like, yes, we're going to America. We're going to get our visas and we're going to get on a plane and go to America with Tom. And it's like 2 weeks,
then-
I think, before we were scheduled to hop on a flight, they were like, no, Cos stole a can of Coke, so you can't come into our country. So that's the
Yeah,
American border
it was-
security for you folks.
Yeah, they're like keeping the people that shouldn't be in the country
Yeah.
like out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a tough time to be sure.
Luckily,
But the thing is, we were like fresh 18 when this happened.
Yeah.
Like I probably turned 18 like a week ago.
yeah,
And then you're getting punished for like actions from when you're like a child, like 3-4 years later.
it's crazy.
You really don't. You really have to like think in your head before you do this dumb shit. Like, am I going to fly to America in 4 years? Do I need to not do this right now?
It's insane. Like, who's thinking that far ahead? And also, it's a freaking can of Coke. Like, Jesus
I
Christ.
know it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh,
It's
well.
behind us,
It's-
and now we've got our visas, and we've
Yeah.
come to America a bunch.
Yeah,
which is-
they're all good
we're
now.
very thankful for.
That was just because it was their first time, and like this was a weird time.
Yeah.
Like the tables have turned because like I now am not doing shows, and Cos and Pat do like hella shows and have hella headline gigs, and now like I would probably support them, but at the time they were supporting me on my shows. I guess because also in America I had like a much more established audience.
Oh yeah, Tommy, you were crushing in America.
Yeah.
Like you were playing Observatory in like Santa Ana, and like in San Francisco, like playing these 1,000 cap venues. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was cool.
Wild,
It was
like-
very cool. That was all off the back of the flash drive EP and like my remixes and singles, like streamers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 2014 and 15 was like a whirlwind.
It was
just wild.
a bit intense. It was honestly like it was probably too much. I was very much in the deep end, but it was a time. It was a time, and I'm happy that it happened for sure. I made a lot of great friends,
Yeah.
a lot of great memes. That was actually the time I met Porter Robinson for the first time, I think, when I played
Oh my
in San
god,
Fran.
yeah. I actually met Porter Robinson at Future Music Festival
In Australia?
In Australia, and he just put out Sea of Voices. He hadn't
Oh.
put out language like that album yet.
Yeah.
Worlds yet.
Yeah.
It was just he just dropped Sea of Voices at the end of his set, and I was like, that was an emotional
Fanboy
song
moment.
at the time.
Yeah.
I had a massive fanboy moment because I was like watching him play it. I was like,
Yeah.
but then it turns out he was like the most approachable, like lovely person. I kind of like had built him up in my head to be like
Yeah.
this person you can't talk to, but he was just like a nerd who liked playing. Literally played like when you played at the Enmore with him, and you were like the main support, and we were like
Yeah.
opening support, and we like I brought my laptop and we all played like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And like got along.
I actually,
and,
just funny you mentioned that. I literally was going through old photos the other day and I found a video of Porter versing Cos in Smash Bros backstage. And they were like
and I had no idea
intensely.
he was actually that good. Like he was really good.
It was way too good. Yeah. Yeah. Like Cosmo thought he was good and then Porter smashed him.
Yeah, like I didn't know, but like Porter's brother, like is like a competitive, like the younger brother. I think it was like competitive at like Smash Bros. So
Wow.
like they like verse each other all the time.
Do you follow his
But,
brother Nick has a YouTube channel and it's so sick.
Oh yeah. He does like video game.
He does
reviews
video
and
game
stuff.
content and like meme content. It's awesome. He's like
Yeah.
really big. He's got like over 1 million subscribers, but I love his channel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like success just is
It's in their blood.
in the family. Yeah, they seem to be very like their family, like, or at least they're very obsessive and like meticulous people. Like they just yeah, like, and honestly, you two, you're like very like finesse the details, and like when you listen to this album, even it's like, holy shit, there is so much repeat listen value. Like you can listen to a track and just enjoy it from like a very surface level, superficial way, which is the way I like to listen to music first time through. And then if it's something grabs me, I'll go listen again. And then when you listen again, there's just so many layers and just little details and stuff. Like there's so much spectral and like panning information in these tracks.
Yeah.
I was like, how do your mixes have so much fucking depth? Like I listen to my track, I'm like, there may as well be like a 4-track mono mix from the 70s. Like there's like nothing going on.
Yeah, but that's
then,
got,
like,
there's strength in that too, because like if you play that in like a mono speaker at the back of a bar, like your song's gonna sound better than mine. But it's context.
I guess, but like no one cares about mono anymore.
No,
Like,
that's
let's be
true.
honest.
But it's not like no one deliberately listens in mono. But like if you're like out in a venue and they have like some like crappy speaker that's like not plugged in properly and like it's accidentally mono, like it's but anyway, this is a rabbit hole of mixing nerdery. But anyway, someone's in the house with you, Pat.
I'm going to a house inspection soon.
Oh right, are you
But
moving?
Maybe if it's good.
Okay.
So I'm like looking to move into a bigger house with like many people instead of small house.
Yeah. It's
But yeah,
do you have do you have like a music making space where you are right now?
this is my like studio.
Yeah,
I've
right.
got literally like I can't really move my webcam
No,
file.
that's
but
okay.
This
Oh
This
yeah.
is like I have like 2 monitors. I write on PreSonus Iris E5s. They're like just really small. They're only about this big, but I
Yeah.
actually really like how they sound. They're not flattering at all.
Yeah.
I used to write on events which were like very bassy and chunky, and like they'd make anything sound good. So
Yeah.
you were just like really sure if you were writing a good track or
Yeah.
it was just you were enjoying the bass.
Yeah.
And
You
then
want your
I've
speakers
also
to be
got-
honest with you.
Yeah, I think me and Tom have pretty similar setups. So I got like the Focusrite. I have a SM7B, which Tommy's on as well. I've got
Gang.
going through a cloud lifter, which
Same.
is just like lots of clean gain because
Yeah.
when you're using a SM7B, they're very quiet. You
Yeah.
need to
I have
do a
I have
lot
one
of-
as well. It's like way too quiet and like you have to pump the gain so much if you don't have one.
Yeah, I think like honestly, the SM7B is like not the best mic, but it's a really good just like blank canvas mic where you get a very unflattering
Yeah.
flat sound, and then you can kind of sculpt it however you want.
I find it's
But
good. It's not good. I have a delicate voice, so I like to have a condenser for vocals. But if I'm doing shouty vocals, I find that a dynamic like this is actually really good. And there's one
Yeah.
song I recorded the song "Money" on my album using this microphone. But every other song was done using my Rode K2, which is behind me, which is a condenser. It's like way more airy and
Yeah.
delicate sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recorded Titanic, like our latest single, on a completely different mic, and I like really like how it sounded. So I'm considering.
Which mic?
I think it was like a Neumann,
Oh,
but it wasn't like one of the crazy expensive Neumanns. It was like I don't know, maybe it was I think it was called like a K1. I don't actually know anything
Okay.
about Neumanns.
Neumanns are really
Maybe
good. Like they're
Neumanns are like the studio standard, but
Yeah.
there's a reason why, and that's because they usually cost like $4,000 for like entry level ones.
the entry
Whereas
level
an
like
SM7B,
yeah, the TLM, which is what like Billie Eilish uses, that's like 3.5K, I think.
yeah. Yeah, but I think that I really like about the SM7B is that it has crazy good isolation. Like if you don't have a really, like a good studio setup, you can kind of take your SM7 anywhere and just put it right in your face.
Yeah, like this.
And it sounds good.
Yeah.
And like you can, and if your track, like if you have a part of your track where there's no beat or anything, you might have problems. But in the context of like a whole song, you end up with really clean vocals with an SM7 without like too much studio.
Yeah, no, it's
dampening
awesome.
all that.
It's a go-to. It's a classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what do you want to tell the people? If you've got anything cool or fun coming up in the life of Cosmos Midnight?
Well, I may as well say it now, but it's going to get announced later. But we're going to be coming to America in late January, like probably January 20th ish.
You heard it here first, everyone. There's a lot of Americans in the chat right now, so they'll be delighted to hear that.
We're touring with this New Zealand artist. He is LA based as well. His name is Bank with a Y. He's very cool. He's about to drop his first album, I think. I think it's his first album, but he's dropped a lot of music until now. Like he's been around since like 2016.
Sick.
But we actually. I probably won't say anymore, but
don't give away too much. Nice.
Stay tuned for his album. He's got some sick artists on there.
That's awesome.
And
is that getting announced like today?
It's getting announced like real soon. Yeah. Like he's already announced his America tour, but I think he's just announcing us as like his special guest. So
sick. That's a
Wave
Wave Racer stream exclusive.
Yeah, literally breaking it on here before anywhere else.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
For those who don't,
fun.
Sorry, I was going to say for those who don't know in the chat, Pat and Cos, who are in Cosmos Midnight, are like two of the people I met first before Wave Racer happened. Like we have a bit of a history, I suppose, because they were. I've told this story in other interviews and stuff, but we kind of had our own we have a big what's it called, an origin story with Cos and Pat. But do you have to go, Pat? Is there?
I can stay for another like 5 minutes and then I got to run.
No, that's chill. We'll wrap it up anyway. I just wanted I was just letting people know what the origin story is and why I'm interviewing this weird mustached man.
We have a lot of a lot of history together. We probably met in 2012 or 2013.
I want to say 2012.
Yeah, like we went to the same uni, but we met on SoundCloud back when SoundCloud actually was a community and tons of fun, and you DM people and write music together.
Yeah,
I feel like now it's it's kind of become Spotify for rap in a way. Like
I've been getting roasted. I've been getting roasted because on my album, I have no control over this because the label does it, but they made it so that half the album is only available to Go Plus subscribers.
Oh yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
I hate that.
It's I obviously they like the distributor does that, but I get negative. I get people being like, "Why would you make it Go Plus?" It's like I didn't, but
yeah, I literally railed my label to make them available to just everybody.
Did they?
Because I feel like SoundCloud royalties I'd rather people listen to it than get paid, than make a little bit more money off SoundCloud.
So do you make less? Do you make no money if it's not a Go or some shit?
If it's not a Go, I don't think you get. I'm pretty sure you don't get money. But SoundCloud really feels like it's been on the way out for a long time.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
a
feel
shame.
like when we were in the golden age, when we were really lucky, it was crazy how interconnected it was. You'd hit up Russian artists like 813 and Kashmir Cat or Diplo, Skrillex, whatever. It was just Porter Robinson. Actually, that's how I did the Porter Robinson remix. We did ages ago. I just messaged him on SoundCloud. I was like, I would like to remix your song. He's
that's
like,
awesome.
Here's the stems. It was so much more interconnected, and I feel like I miss that because Spotify is great because you get paid.
Well, a little.
Very it's look, a little compared to nothing.
Yeah, compared to nothing. Yeah.
But I loved seeing comments and interacting with people and being able to plug your friends' tracks with the repost and playlisting and just curate. It was you felt really self-sufficient, and it was very I don't know, it just felt like you had a lot of independence.
Yeah.
And I guess nowadays with Spotify and labels and all that, you sacrifice a bit of that independence for other kind of stability, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't even like it feels weird. It feels kind of like shitty when people send me comments and they're like, why did you do this on your SoundCloud? But like, I wish people understood that I have absolutely no control over the way that a label distributes music. And that, you know, I also, at the end of the day, I made music and like, you know, I could give it away for free, but also I'm trying to like pay my rent as well. So like, you know. I don't have, this is my day job. Like this is what I do every single day. And so
legit.
Yeah.
Which is partly also why I'm trying to move, because in my small space, it's hard to like really, like if you're working on music every day, like you can definitely get a little bit like claustrophobic, like kind of just being in the one room the whole time.
Lockdown would be, lockdown's been awful for that.
Yeah.
Have you been stuck in that room for like months because of lockdown?
It was like my like mental definitely had a moment this year and last year, but I'm like, I feel like I'm on the other side of it now, which is good. But now that it's summer as well, like the optimism of spring and summer is just like I'm getting the swims in. I'm going for
it's feeling good. The sun's coming
outside.
Out. Yeah, it feels good. The sun's out and my album is out, and it's
your album is like so perfectly like in sync with spring, like new beginnings.
It is
like the whole album is kind of seems to be kind of like starting a new chapter or turning over a new leaf. It's sort of like you're addressing a lot of demons in the album, you know, like exes, anxieties.
It's redeeming
all this stuff.
Reparation.
It's I don't know. I feel like my favorite track is better than this. It just hits. It's the most probably understated track on the record. There's no drums as far as I know, it's not really driven or anything, but there's so many like beautiful details, and that the main chord patch in there is just addictive. It's like just that simple saw sound that's just right in your face and in your ears.
Thanks,
it's
man.
A good one.
I appreciate that.
That in Full Circle, like I don't know. I feel like I've known about the singles for a while, so they've been sitting in my brain for a long time.
Yeah.
Also, it's crazy how like it ended up being really cohesive. Like I've been hearing this album kind of like take shape over a long time.
Yeah, drip feeding.
It's like it's like really satisfying hearing it come together now in its final like 11-track format.
Yeah, it is. It's like
just, and also the track listing, like everything is just it's bang on. Like you
thanks,
really,
man.
Really nailed it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I am very proud of it, and I'm happy that it's out in the world for people to enjoy.
I think I'm just going to list off some of my highlights for the record. So
please go ahead.
Money, Full Circle. Look Up to Yourself is I love that. It's just all the rhythm is super unison in that. Dun 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 bum bum. It's like kind of made me think of like Random Access Memories by Daft Punk a bit.
Oh yeah.
I got a little bit of Daft Punk energy from that. I don't know why.
Interesting. I've never heard that one before.
Obviously, Auto was a banger because that was the starting track of this whole album experience, and that was like shaping the sound. Did really well. It's like had a sick video clip to visualizer go with it, and there's just so many like addictive sounds in it. Like there's so many songs that start interestingly. Like Money starts so interestingly with that like kind of revving engine sound from like Sebastian motor sound.
Yeah. I actually think I was referencing that sound for that. Yeah. But thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
And like the gurgling shit.
Yeah.
Like that deep moog like
it's
format sound.
Yeah, I was explaining to Pat off the stream earlier that like that gurgling like weird formanty sound in Better Than This is done using an Arturia Moog plug-in instrument, and then there's like an inbuilt Foreman filter that they added, and I just played a really really low note and like automated the hell.
Play really low, and then you get those like it just.
It's like a throaty, and then I automated the like I think I used like my mouse to like wiggle the formant cutoff thing really fast, and then like saved it as automation. So yeah, simple but effective. Maybe I'll demonstrate that on the stream one day. I'll let you go now.
I'm sorry to dip, but
no, that's fine.
Thanks for having me on the stream, and congrats again. It's such a monumental achievement to put your stamp, get the debut album out, and like then you get to tour it. Like Tommy's playing in Sydney in December, so I get to come see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Be good. Future's looking bright.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to hear and see more.
Thank you, man. And well, you have a good day, and thank you for calling in. Right. I'll speak to you later.
Enjoy the rest of the listening party, and I'll chat to you guys.
Cool. Thank you. See you, Pat. Thank you so much, Pat from Cosmos Midnight. Oh, sorry, I haven't been able to keep an eye on the chat while I was chatting with Pat, but what a legend. Good, absolute, one of my besties. Yeah, one of my besties. But you know what? Time is ticking and we got to move on. We got 2 more tracks on the album to get through. You guys ready? Who's been here from the start? Let me know in the chat. Have you heard the whole album? We're almost at the end. The next song on the album is called Just a Thought. And it sounds like this.
Cause just a thought of you is enough for me. Yeah, just a thought is all I want, all I need. Cause just a thought of you is enough to see. The little things are everything to me. Hard to find the time, but you creep up and slip inside. Up and down my spine is the perfect place to hide. Of course, I'd love to be by your side, but as long as you're in my mind, then I know that I'll be fine. Cause just a thought of you is enough for me. Yeah, just a thought is all I want, all I need. Cause just a thought of you is enough to see. The little things are everything to me. I'd love to be by your side, but as long as you're in my mind, then I know that I'll be fine. But still, if you have the time, I'd love to be by your side, but as long as you're in my mind, then I know that I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'd love to be by your side, but as long as you're in my mind, then I know that I'll be fine. But still, if you have the time, I'd love to be by your side, but as long as you're in my mind, then I know that I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Cause just a thought of you is enough for me. Yeah, just a thought is all I want, all I need. Cause just a thought of you is enough to see. The little things are everything to me.
Just a Thought, track 10. What do you guys think? That one's fun, isn't it? I like that one. That one is like in terms of demos like being written, that one is the earliest one. That the original demo for that dates back to like probably maybe even 2016 or 17, around then. It's like years old, but obviously it matured into what it is now over time. And I put it aside, like I shelved it for a good year or so as well. And then I came back to it and I was like, you know what? I really like this beat. It had totally different like lyrical vibes at first, and then I just I came up with the overall concept and the full production over time. But it's a cheeky little it's a fun bop. Yeah, it definitely is the most reminiscent of what I might be known for from back in like 2014, 15. So yeah, I'm glad that is able to be on the album, and it's an acknowledgement of that, and it's a fun song. And with that, we have only one song left to listen to. That was track 10. We've got track 11, which is again probably another of my favorites. This one means a lot to me. This last one. Pardon me. It's 1 p.m. here in Melbourne, so I'm starting to get hungry. But yeah, we have one song left. Look, I mean, this has been a journey. This has been fun. Shall we just jump into it? Shall we jump into the last song and really just close this out? You know what I mean? Shall we do this? Time to order some katsu. This has been fun. Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's jump into the last song. This is track 11. It's called Full Circle. Let's hear it.
Are you serious? I don't believe this. Well, faith is such a stupid game, and I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore. Well, I'm oblivious. Your explanation is mysterious. I'm wrestling with my weariness, delirious. And I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore. I got better. I want to breathe to forget it. It doesn't matter. 'Cause I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore. We made the rules to the letter. We wrote a story together. We built a wing from a feather. No, but you don't wanna play anymore. No. Well, are you serious? You expect me to believe in this? Well, faith is such a stupid game, and I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore. Well, I'm oblivious. Your explanation is mysterious. I'm wrestling with my weariness, delirious. And I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore. I don't wanna play anymore.
That's the album, guys. That's the full album. That was track 11, Full Circle. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, there it is, guys. That's, I mean, what can I say? That's my album. That's my debut album. And I cannot really believe that it's honestly out. I definitely can't believe that it's out in the world and that people are listening to it right now. I feel very blessed. I feel very relieved. I feel thankful. And most of all, I feel just so happy that something I've put so much work into is able to be enjoyed and resonate with people. It's a very difficult thing to put into words, the feeling of having a body of work like this that is so, deeply enmeshed in my life. be released into the public and have people enjoying it. It's a very weird thing to feel and to describe. So thank you all. And thanks for being here on this this lovely little listening party we had. It's been really fun. It's been really awesome. You know, maybe, you know, we're a little bit over schedule, but you know, we're not in a rush to go anywhere, are we? This has been really nice. I mean, I might just wrap things up by showing you guys, you know, you guys can go to like I have a little, you know, this is my website, waveracer.band. If you click here, you can go to my like little online store, and there's, you know, you can buy stuff. You can buy the album on vinyl. You can buy it digitally. There's shirts. There's socks. There's stickers. There's guitar picks. There's vinyl slip mats. There's the gorgeous blue vinyl, which we had a look at before. Let's have another look right now. There it is. Unfortunately, the blue is a little bit different shade, but I actually like, I think the blue that it's actually in is nicer than the one on the website. So that's the blue. Yeah. You know, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this, but I'm feeling very like, I'm feeling good. So I might actually do a little thing. How do you guys think about having a little bit of a cheeky little giveaway? What do you guys reckon? Would you guys like to win a big bundle? Let's have a look at what you could get. This is a bundle that's worth 209 Australian dollars. I don't know what that is in US. You can figure that out. It contains 2 t-shirts, 1 long sleeve, which looks like this. A short sleeve looks like that. Some socks. You can choose black or white, I believe. Some really nice stickers. And some guitar picks. And of course, a copy of the actual album on vinyl. All of that can be yours. You can buy it, but I am going to give one of these away for fun. What do you guys reckon? And here's how we're going to do this. Firstly, you have to be subscribed on Twitch, because you need to have your Twitch connected to Discord, because we're going to do it through Discord for my subs. So I'll give you guys a few. Hey, Shia9, thanks for the sub. Illustrious on, thank you for the sub. You guys really want this bundle, hey? Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I mean, you need to be subscribed just because I feel like this is a special one for the fans who have, you know, this is for those who have really shown me support, and have really, you know, I think they've earned the right to have, you know, let's give something back to those who have given to me. So this is for the subs. Bavarius, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you so much. Here's what we're going to do. If you're you don't have, it doesn't matter if you only just subbed now or if you've been subbed. Power Matt, thank you for the sub. If you're subbed, this is actually going to it's going to be a bit of maybe it'll be like a race. I mean, I'll give people a bit of time to prepare. I'm kind of making this up as I go, but that's the joy of live television and spontaneous giveaways, right? Okay, if you're subbed, I'll give you a moment to make sure that your Discord is connected to your Twitch account so that it knows you're subbed. I'm also going to include my Discord link in the chat. Oops, that's not how you spell it. You can go join my Discord server. If you're subbed, there will be a little... if you're subbed, there's a sub zone here. Oopsie. Sub zone down here. That's for subs. I just made this morning. Well Eats, thanks for the follow. First person to type in there wins. Oh my God, it's happened already. Oh, Oswonk, you've just won. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. And he typed the emoji too. Was that mean? That was so fast. Congrats, Oswonk. You've won a big bundle. Oh, it's your 12-month sub anniversary too? Okay, that's well deserved. That's absolutely deserved. I think we can all agree that you deserve that. You've been subbed for 12 months. Come on, man. Thank you so much. That's deserved. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you for being here. I'm gonna send you a message, and we'll get your details, and we'll send you one of these. Just keep in touch on Discord, and I'll message you after the stream's finished. But yeah, thanks. Look, let's wrap this stream up. I want to say thanks to everyone who's been watching. I want to, and I just want to say thank you if you've been listening to the album, if you've listened to any of my music for the past 8 years. If you've done, Qan, thank you for the sub. I'm so sorry you just missed out. But you know what? I'm going to be doing some more subscriber benefits very shortly on Twitch. I'm going to be giving away some sounds and making some sounds from scratch that you can download and things like that. So stay tuned for that. Never fear, your sub will not go to waste. Thank you so much for showing support. I really love that. So yeah, I just want to say thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for being supportive of me despite, me taking a long time off and me being, sort of absent for a while. But yeah, this has been very lovely. Thank you for listening to the album with me. Go listen to it. Go save it. I'm gonna wrap things up there. Thanks everyone who stayed here the whole time and hung out with me. Oh, also massive thanks to Nina Las Vegas for sending the message in. Thank you to What's So Not for joining live and chatting to us. Thank you to Pat from Cosmos Midnight for calling in. All very good friends of mine, and I feel very blessed to be able to have them be a part of this and be so supportive. So thank you. And I will see you very soon back on Twitch or elsewhere. I know some of these names pop up in my social media, like on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. So I'll see you all around on there. I do my best to respond to everything. There's a lot of people sending me messages of love and support at the moment, so I need to systematically go through and make sure I'm not missing out on anyone. Yeah, thanks everyone. I'm gonna wrap the stream up there. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.